Hi guys, this is Madeline from Perfect Behavior, and today I'm going to be teaching you some games that you can play with your dog that will assist with pulling on lead. So in my podcast episode on Tuesday, I spoke a little bit about why dogs do this and the concepts that you need to work on. Today I'm going to be showing you games that work on those concepts to implement and actually start working on your dog implementing loose leash walking. So this is going to be, it's not going to make sense at first. Trust me, I know it's not. And I don't have the best angle with the camera. So if anyone has any questions at all, feel free to comment. I will be more than happy to take a better video later on. But this is kind of what I have to work with. Okay, so the first game is called the orientation game. And it is basically when your dog orients back to you. So I'm trying to scoot back as much as possible. Basically, what you do is you throw a piece of food out, your dog orients back to you, and then you reward that by throwing another piece of food out. This game is perfect for when your dog, when it's raining outside or it's just the weather is really gross and you can't get out and walk your dog, or if you're working on loose leash walking, this game is perfect. It's building value in proximity in you, and it's making you better than the environment. Like a couple of my dogs have actually just like gone out to get the food, not even gotten the food, and then raced back to me. If you play this game enough, your dog will start realizing that whatever's out there isn't as good as what you have. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to play this game. I have Atlas's food here, and I'm just going to throw a piece of food out. Then he's going to orient back to me, and I'm going to reward him, and then I'm going to throw another piece of food out. Then reward him, then throw another piece of food out. Stop and reward, throw another piece of food out. Stop and reward, throw another piece of food out. Stop inside. Okay, so that was how you play that game. The next game is going to be working on disengagement. So the disengagement game can be played a couple of different ways. I'm going to work with what I have here, so this is how I'm going to play this, but I'll talk about other ways you can play it. So since I have his daily food here, I'm only going to take a few pieces, and I am going to not let him have it. But I will put it on the ground and kind of let him mug it. And he disengaged by looking up at me. So I'm going to reward by giving him one piece of food and then covering the rest of it. Good job. Another thing you can look for is some kind of back away, or any movement away from the food. I really start this game by just getting any kind of disengagement, so just looking at me. And if my dog sees something on a walk and he's staring intently at something and we stop, I just wait until he looks at me or comes back to me or does something to disengage. That's when you reward immediately. In your head you might be thinking, oh, I want him to not even focus on it at all. Excuse you. You're in the center of the shop. Can you come over here? But in the beginning, that's not going to happen. You are not going to get that perfect dog right when you start practicing training. Which is why just, a look is perfect for a perfect start. So since he's in this spot, so I'm caging the food that's right here, waiting for him to look at me, and yes, and rewarding, and taking a piece from here. Yes. And then eventually, you can just leave it open. If he starts to go get it, then you just cover the food back up. Good job. Another way you can play this game is if you have some other kind of Tupperware container, You can put a couple pieces of their food in there, shake it up, really, let your dog know that the food is in there and this is where the reward is. This is really cool, kind of amp them up, and then just lay it on the floor and take a step or 2 steps away. And if your dog is able to disengage from it and look at you or come to you, perfect. They get the food in the Tupperware box. The last thing I'm going to talk to you about before we go is that if you have to take your dog for a walk, then to get their energy out, get your steps in, whatever reason, then what you can do is if your dog, immediately when your dog starts pulling, you turn around and walk the other way. You don't say a word, you just turn around and walk. It's going to be very abrupt. You're not going to go far. You may, like I live on a corner house, and when I was doing this, I would literally walk from my front door to my garage, front door, garage, like that. And sometimes even less. So again, you're walking with your dog, they start pulling and immediately turn around and walk the other way. And now your walk is going in that direction. Which is why I say you'll get your steps in, you'll get the distance, but you will not physically be going anywhere. And this can actually tire your dog out pretty much, because they are still getting their steps in, they are still getting their exercise, they are still moving, even if they're not going really anywhere. But that's really all I have for you today. Again, if you have any questions at all, you can always message me on Facebook or comment down below, and I will be more than happy to help you out. I offer a free consultation to anyone who wants one. So I will also put that link in the description or down in the comments wherever I'm posting this. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day and keep on training.